The next one I'm going to read is Fish from my collected. This is what we call an incantatory poem. And by an incantation, I mean that you keep repeating, and at least one or two lines from the preceding stanza also come out in the next stanzas. Fish. The sea came in with her curved snout and her tin-colored barnacles and long-threaded rose moles patterned on her body. The sea brought her and her curved snout and her rose moles and her eyes still translucent, as if half aware and half unaware of the state of her body. The sea came in with her and her scimitar snout and her translucent eyes graying into stone. The sea brought her in, wrapped in seaweed, and slapped her on the sand, all 5 feet of her, with the armor of her scales and the filigree of her rose moles. The tide kept coming in, but couldn't disturb her, or her resting place. She was so heavy. The sea fell back, but even as the thin-edged foam line receded, it went to her once more with a supreme effort, rummaged among her barnacles, and left. The next one is Routine. It was written in the 1960s, and I got it published in a magazine called Trace in the USA. And it recalls my days in the police, and I'm almost talking from the side of a constable who is marching in and who has to fire at a mob. Routine. The pattis were left behind by the Raj, a strip of fire round the legs in June. Within the burning crash helmet, the brain is a fire pulp. The asphalt gives way beneath our boots and sticks. The edges of the crowd give way. A ring of abuse reforms behind us. We hardly hear them, for we are used to it. Their gamut ranges from mother to sister seducer. Karam Singh, marching in the same rank as I, curses under his breath. I have children older than them, these kids whose pubes have hardly sprouted. We march to the street crossing where young blood fulfills itself by burning tramcars. Beneath our khaki, we are a roasted brown, but unconvinced they wish to burn our khaki skins. We are a platoon against 1,000. It's all well rehearsed, a few words of warning, a chill formality lost in fiery slogans. Load! I put a piece of death up the spout. It is well rehearsed. I alone point my barrel into them as I squeeze the trigger. The rest aim into the sun. They've gone. The salvage squad comes and takes the body to the autopsy room and tows the tramcar away. Tension oozes out as armpits run with sweat. Depressed and weary, we march back to the lines. A leader says over the evening wireless, "We are marching forward." The next one is from my book, Crossing of Rivers, but of course it forms a part of my collected poems, and it is called Dawn. The evenings of Awadh and the dawn of Varanasi or Banaras were well known. And this is again a poem of sound, all the bells ringing, the gong sounding, etc., on the riverbank at dawn in Banaras. Coincidence of forms along the waterfront, coincidence of silhouettes in the speargrass street, water and sky and the farther bank breaking apart, and rock pigeons that scatter like debris. Confused purple turns to mauve, dragging nirvana along the streets of dawn. Dark olive mud, sandheads that bulge like a herd of bison rising from their sleep. Objects bristle with outline, a silhouette lost in prayer develops feet. A frayed anchorite walks like a fossil saint who has crawled out from the sediments of time. There is a clank of cymbals like brass beating against brass. A conch cry pierces the receding fog like a shaft of light. Gongs sound like hammered gold, and then a bald head smeared with saffron, inching slowly above the distant reeds, dawns on the Ganga like a bizarre illusion.